Guys, how you doing? Chris Rod, welcome back. Today we're talking about just a follow-up video from our last application. If you guys haven't watched that video, please follow back so you guys know what we're talking about inside the lawn. It's springtime. It's the first week. We're going into the second week of April. We've just started our sod installations. You guys should be out mowing the grass. You should be putting down fertilizer. The last video I did, I went ahead and put down a high nitrogen fertilizer, pure urea, 4600, okay? For you guys that don't know what that is, I definitely encourage you to watch the previous video because I talk about how much to fertilize, how to calculate the amount of fertilizer based on your square footage. So this is kind of, again, a follow-up video so you guys can see the difference from last week to this week. Is there a difference? Is it greener? Is it not greener? I will say when we get up close, let me bring you guys in closer. There is a lot more, there's a lot, no cameraman. There's a lot more Bermuda spread throughout. It's creeping and it's crawling and it's filling in these freaking dog pee spots that have wrecked my yard, but those sprigs are everywhere. And as you guys can see, we got a lot of tall ryegrass still inside of this yard. So what we've been doing is we've been mowing it out, okay? I did not spray out. Say hi. We did not spray out the ryegrass this year, okay? We are mowing it out. And I get inquiries, I swear, and I wish, I might be able to show you the text, I don't know. I got an inquiry about a yard today. I got an inquiry about a yard from a potential client that had their grass laid a month ago. It is Bermuda, overseeded with rye, and there are trouble spots in the ryegrass, okay? There are steps that you need to take, and if you haven't taken those necessary steps, you may want to start doing them ASAP. Otherwise, the rest of that ryegrass will grow too tall, it'll flat, it'll mat, and suffocate and choke out, not let any sunlight through the turf to bring the Bermuda, the underlying sod Bermuda, out of dormancy. That's what I've been showing you these last few videos, so please watch. All we're simply doing, this is an update video. What I did want to talk to you, stay tuned because after I mow, I'll talk to you more about it. It's regarding what fertilizer to use right now. All right, guys, so welcome back. Quick mow, and again, today's just a follow-up video. We're talking about, you know, the difference from my application last week, that 4600 went a full pound for the 1,000 square feet of lawn I have back here. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm gonna put up a picture from last week to this week, see if we notice a difference. But, you know, when we get up close and personal, what I do notice is it's starting to creep and crawl, which is what Bermuda does, okay? Plus, we've got warmer soil temperatures every week as we progress towards the spring and summertime. Obviously, we're gonna increase in soil temperatures, which Bermuda thrives in the heat. So keep in mind, we are transitioning from the rye, the winter annual rye that I put down, to Bermuda. If you have had sod installed recently and it was ryegrass, you need to start scalping it. That is the tip, okay? You can call me all you want. I'd be glad to answer the phone, get out and conduct the services. We do offer free lawn consultations, but these videos are the tips, guys. You got to start scalping it. Drop your mower. My lawn boy gets, don't ever buy a lawn boy, by the way. It gets lower than my Hondas do, okay, which is why I use it. Now, if you buy one of the newer Hondas, which they don't make anymore, so I guess if you can find one of the older ones, you can drop it down to 3/4 inch, okay? This one gets down to about a 1/2 inch cut. If I think it does. It might be 3/4 also, but the bagging, it doesn't bag for crap. So anyways, start scalping your lawn as low as you guys can if you haven't already, if you're transitioning from rye to Bermuda. If you don't have a ryegrass problem, don't even worry about it. Maybe you're dealing with some weed issues. You can still scalp those weeds down, get them bagged, and haul that debris. But going back to the second, topic of the video was we put down fertilizing, an application of fertilizer a week ago, and I didn't really talk to you guys about my recommendation for a springtime fertilizer. I talked to you guys about what I was doing because what I'm transitioning from, which is the rye to Bermuda. It is springtime. Some of our lawns in El Paso, we're in West Texas, Zone 8, are barely coming out of dormancy. Some of my clients are already green. They look good. They're not great. They look good. They're transitioning kind of like mine is. We got a lot of brown patches. Mine's got the urine spots from the dog pee, but they're coming out of dormancy is my point. Some of them haven't had a dose of fertilizer yet. So then begs the question, what fertilizer do I use? Okay. My recommendation, okay, assuming you have never done a soil test, you're starting from scratch, maybe you just bought a house and you want to get the lawn in some really good shape. You got an event coming up. We're getting ready for springtime parties, summertime parties. You want to start off with something, not necessarily this brand, but we want an all-purpose fertilizer, okay? A 13, 13, 13, a 10, 10, 10, 12, 12, 12. If you can find one that's got a 20, 20, 20, you may want to go down that road. This is if you have not gotten a soil test, guys, okay? And you want to put down a product. Find something that is, if you can, organic. Definitely recommend that. And equal balance on the macro side, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, and potassium. If you have had a soil test, that's going to dictate what you put down. So for example, my soil test looks pretty good across the board. This soil test that I had is without having put down any fertilizer since last year. Why is that? Maybe it's because I add humic acid. Maybe it's because I add humichar, a lot of biochar, humic acid, okay, sea kelp. I take care of the soil. And when I do that consistently, I don't really have to add fertilizer. But I did put down that 4600 because I'm transitioning from rye to Bermuda. The other recommendation I have, okay, this is if you guys are in El Paso. Again, you're not going to find this product at wherever you're at, wherever you're watching this video. The 1688 that you guys can get from the Eastside Nursery is a good product. It does contain iron, which is a micro, and it does contain gypsum. Now, there's some debate whether you should be adding gypsum to sandy soil systems, but we're not going to get into that. But, the 16 is a good dose of nitrogen, and you got some lower parts of your phosphorus and potassium. This is an okay product. What I normally use inside of our sandy soil systems, and this is another recommendation that you can start off with if you've had a soil test, if you have sandy soil, you may be high in phosphorus, which I am normally, as you guys can see. It's been lowered over the course of the years because I stopped using products that have phosphorus, okay? Phosphorus can inhibit the growth of the plant. It's great for root promotion. I got a full garden video that I'm gonna post next, so you guys stay tuned if you're into gardening, where we utilize a high phosphorus content to promote root growth. When we're doing our sod installations, we do fertilizer applications that are typically high in phosphorus because it promotes root growth, okay? For established lawns, soil tests, you got high phosphorus, stop putting down fertilizer that has phosphorus, guys. You don't need any more of it. You don't need any more of it, okay? So get a product, macronutrients, those 3 numbers on the bag. You may want to go ahead and skip out on that middle number. But these are some recommendations. It's springtime. Get out there, fertilize your lawns. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, hit that bell notification, and stay tuned for the follow-up videos.